year, a big physical offensive team.
Yeah, they got a big offensive line. They're 6'6", 320, 330. Tight end's a big kid. I think he's 290, 295, big physical run blocker, and he's athletic in space. They just keep reloading it, tailback, another great one after another great one. They just roll them in. And, big-time playmakers on the outside. And, the quarterback Jennings playing really well, makes great decisions. He's athletic, can move around, if the play's not there. And so it's going to be a big challenge.
You guys lead the SEC with 29 tackles for a loss. They do have the big offensive line.
Right.
What have you got to do with that front seven to create tackles for loss against these guys?
Same thing we've been doing, play technically sound, great fundamentals, play really, really hard. I think when you watch us and we play really good, it's because of the effort and the fundamentals. And that doesn't change, depending on the opponent or the environment or anything like that. Got to come out, a lot of juice, a lot of energy, and tackle well, fit in the blocks, get off blocks, and swarm to the football.
I know Anthony Jennings really hasn't been talked a whole lot. It seems that running game's their power, but what have you seen from Jennings on?
Yeah, he's a good player. I mean, he throws the ball really well. You can see him changing the looks, changing protections, changing the running game versus different looks. So they've done a great job with him. Obviously, they got great offensive coaches, Coach Cameron in particular, getting him ready, makes good decisions, and then whenever a play isn't there, whenever it's not, he can make something happen beyond the regular play. But, they've got a great offensive line, great running backs that they execute very well, very high level.
Have you talked about the fourth quarter of last year's game when they scored 28 points? Have you talked about that at all this year?
We just talk about playing our game, playing physical, playing with a lot of juice, running to the ball, and we know that it's a big challenge. They got to be ready.
How do you balance this week, stopping what they do so well in the running game, but also fixing a few issues that you had with those big plays when they have a guy like Draw that can really bust some big plays?
He's a good player. I think he's averaging like 30 yards of reception. So he's a good player. We're very well aware of it. And the good thing about the thing that happened 2 weeks ago is it was a wake up call for us, just to make sure we can't relax at any moment, and got to be ready. We're going to be put in one-on-one situations, and we got to come out with the play.
What did you learn from those that 2 weeks ago? It seemed maybe the offense is the same, but maybe the run, LSU averaging about 70% of the time running it.
Right. Kind
of similar to UAB, but UAB pass. Where did you learn from that situation?
They've got a great scheme, big physical guys up front, and they can pass protect really well, and they will max protect at times and just take shots. So whenever that happens, we got to be ready for it. And I think our guys understand, that they're going to be put in those situations, and they got to compete and fight and understand they're going against great players, and it's going to be a real challenge.
Even though some of the big pass plays have been hit, you have not been scored on in the red zone. Everybody's either got to hit you from long distance, but you can't sustain a drive. You've been able to stop drives short of the goal.
Sure, and that was one of the biggest things in the offseason that we focused on. The two things that we struggled last year mainly was red zone defense 2 minute, and so in the offseason and the preseason made a big emphasis on that if teams get down there that we've got to tighten up and be ready to not let them in the end zone, force them to a field goal. And I think we've blocked 2 on the season. We get a chance to put them in a field goal that, our guys play really hard on those plays.
We've talked about Preston Smith every week pretty much. And we talked about how he's improved on the field.
Sure.
Has he changed much off the field? I know his daughter was born day of the Liberty Bowl.
Right.
Have you seen change in him as a person?
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's very mature. He's played 3 years in this program, so he's 4 years now playing in the system. He's been in almost every situation that you can be in, played in every venue that you can play in. The thing that's impressive about Preston, everybody sees the flashy plays. They see the sacks. They see the blocked field goals. They see the, one-handed, off a back foot interception. The thing that I'm impressed with is every single play, the basic plays, the fundamental plays, the technical plays, he's making those plays. Where in the past he had the flashiness, he could make those big plays, but now the routine plays, he's making those at a high level. Chris Jones' sack on Saturday, Preston Smith defeated 3 blocks to force the quarterback to scramble, and Chris Jones made the sack. Unbelievable play by Preston. But everybody sees Chris. Chris made a great play as well, but Preston defeated 3 blocks and just went crazy to get back there and, cause a bunch of mayhem and, get people free.
How has Beniquez replaced that Deontay Skinner role?
And first of all, proud of Deontay starting his first game in the league. I mean, I couldn't be more proud of him. And even if he wasn't, I'd still be proud of him. But anyway, Beniquez has done a great job. The strength that Beniquez has is kind of like the strengths that Cam has. Cam, when he was here, he would make all the calls. He would see the formations. He would see run-pass tendencies. Beniquez is already doing those kind of things for us. He makes all the checks, all the adjustments, and he's playing that at a high level, and he's making a bunch of plays too.